Which ticker? Because EFOI. EFOI. Oh, label these up. There we go. That's not what the news was. This guy reporting over here. I mean, you told me what the good news was. It says Roku up on the fact that YouTube's threatening to remove themselves from the Roku. That's not why it's up. Good morning, Manuel. Good morning. I'm glad for today. I can finally day trade without having to worry about work because I'm off today. All right, Manuel. Let's hope it's a good day today. You can't predict that either. But a day where trading day where you don't day trade is a winning day trading day as well because you didn't lose. No, Dan. Listening to the Squawk Box from Trade Ideas. All right, so EFOI, like I said, EFOI looking great. And we're on that like white on rice, seriously. Like there were so many little micro breakouts there to grab. The initial move and then a break at 3 and then a break at 324, a break at 340, a break and run from 340 to 380. That was a really big one back there. And now we're pulling back. Yes, Jackson. What did I say? Yeah, exactly. Nice. Anytime somebody says scrotum, that's right. You know. All right, I'm gonna get the TikTok stream going here now too. It is really, isn't it? You know, it's such a funky thing too. By the way, if I might say so. Definitely not of this world. Come on, there we go. Oh, that's why. Okay. Scrotum, a Harry Potter spell. That's great. Scrotum, scrotum, scrotum. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, I'm going to refresh the market chameleon right now, make sure we're good there. Anything new? EFOI, CTK, Zala. Oh, okay. So we have a typical momentum stock around $1.15 is where it was. It just popped to $1.40. Zala, XELA. In the volume here, it's doing about 250,000 a minute. There goes EFOI again for another breakout. 379 would be the breakout for about 25 cents of risk. Risk amount is going up and up and up as it keeps making progress. 379. If it can make it through it to 380, boom, that's breakout for 25 cents of risk on EFOI. Another entry and continued progress, and definitely adhering to the path of victory if anyone got in early and is still holding, still going. Yeah, let me label that up down there with Zala. All right, Elliot, let's go. All right, so as far as the market is concerned, let's go over that for a second. SPY definitely made a lot of progress. The market made a lot of progress overnight, all the way up to 471 it hit, but it has pulled way back, about 80% retracement on all that progress to this point. Gold down, grinding down before the open. This morning we have 18 minutes until the open, so there could be some people withdrawing gold from the gold ATM machine, looking to put it into the market this morning. Smart money. Oil's hitting the 72, so that's about flat. That's right where we closed yesterday. So energy is safe and a little bit less volatile this morning. More reliable, more certainty. The opposite of volatility would be certainty. And that's good. That's good for the market. We can have a little bit more of a predictable day. So, the worst thing that's going to happen today is we just take a direction and we grind in that direction, whether it's up, sideways, or down. But from the looks of it, I think things look very promising. The rates are actually up, so that has caused tech to grind down a little bit for the open, but that has caused industrials to go up, and so the S&P 500 kind of sideways. S&P 500 kind of sideways. So it's getting close to the bottom of the range right now, SPY, the S&P 500, that pre-market range. But I think that maybe it's just going to define the bottom end of the range. It's not necessarily a downtrend that's going to go right down through the bottom. I think we're defining a range here, possibly SPY, and the market might range today until it builds up enough confidence and direction. Then it's either going to drop off, fill up some of yesterday's gap, or it's going to go and try and touch a new all-time high, which is only half a typical day's range away from right now. But from the 471 level that it touched down earlier this morning, it was only a quarter of a daily range away from breaking all-time highs. So we could see all-time high breakout today. Could happen, but it could be just a tame, low volatility, lower volume, directionless, ranging day, possibly today. However, that doesn't necessarily line up with Wednesdays. Wednesdays usually have more volume, so it may want to range, but I think the market might take direction today. So let's be watching for a breakout or a breakdown on the market. That's going to be important. ISIG, my guys are saying right now, ISIG, ISIG. Yes, ISIG popping. Let's pull that up on the high-speed setup. We are watching EFOI, EFOI, very carefully, and EPAM. And we've got Roku on watch. And these are the things that are sort of promising. Well, we've also got PD, CTK, LEXX is doing good. That's closed at 3.9 yesterday and is up to 4.35 this morning. Watching DARE, LEXX, AUUD, and of course, we got our eyes on Tesla, Amazon, and Apple. VIX, keeping our eye on the VIX. The VIX is, well, let's see here. Is that from yesterday or this morning? Yes. The VIX is showing some divergence in the bullish direction. So even though SPY is pulling back, there's not an equal amount, an on-balance amount of hedging going on. People are not putting on more hedges as we pull back on SPY. So they probably, the smart money is anticipating all-time high breakouts today. And let's see, everybody on TikTok, how are you? Make sure you click like on my stream. Yes, 3.9 thousand likes. Thank you so much. Just click like. And you say, what are your thoughts on Boeing? Boeing is a highly manipulated stock. It's hard to be in for a short period of time. And then when you are in and it does go in your direction for, let's say, 3 months, your performance, the return that you get out of it, it's not always that great. So thanks. Yeah, SpaceX. So Boeing, not the greatest place to put money short term. Yeah, and it's also a pretty swingy up and down. Thoughts on Marvell? That kind of ship has already sailed. If you're asking me like thoughts on Marvell for like an investment for 5 years, yes. But if you're asking me thoughts on Marvell, my God, it's up so much. Holy cow. You missed the boat. That boat already sailed. Don't ask about stuff that's already sailed. Ask me about boats that are still on the docks loading. Which one to pick? I know that we are still closely watching Pfizer for any progress there. Pfizer potentially has a lot of potential if you're looking for some place. NVIDIA, kind of the same problem. You already missed a ton of the move, but it is consolidating right now, and so we'll be kind of like watching for it to tighten up, curve up, and break out. Once it breaks out, we might get in it for a couple of days to a couple of weeks max. But we're looking for that next run. Yes. Thoughts on Frey? I'm not familiar. Upstart. Let me take a look. Upstart. The metrics on Upstart, the fundamentals, look good. They're a little inconsistent, but not too bad. They look good, so they're fairly healthy. And I think that this possibly, therefore, could be a good area to buy in, anywhere from $120 to $200. So unfortunately, I know it's a really wide range, but that's the situation on Upstart. What do you think of V for a swing trade? Let's see. No, I don't think that's a good idea. Somebody's asking about Zomedica. Really? Take a look. No. The fundamentals are declining on Zomedica, and it's grinding to the ground. It's now 40-cent stock. Yeah, don't touch that with a 20-foot pole. Volta, I'm in Volta. I'm in all the EV charging stocks for the next 3 or 6 months, I believe, is what we're doing on that. Yeah, Volta good for a medium-term swing. iSig pulling back, guys. So the opportunity on iSig, wasn't really there. Fully missed it. It happened fast and it's not following through. But EFOI keeps making progress. EFOI. Yeah, I am watching iSig. Let me label it up here. iSig. iSig, USIG, we all SIG. ADER, PTN we had on watch yesterday. We took it off watch today. It's not following through. ADER. Oh, that looks awful. Awful company. Not doing very good. ADER and grinding to the ground on a daily basis. As long as VIX keeps going down, you're happy. Yeah. Well, that can happen, yeah. So we got EFOI, ISIG, LEXX, AUD, DARE. Looks like PTPI. Is PTPI back in play? Let's take a look at that. Oh yeah, PTPI popped from 2.3 all the way to 2.7, pulled back and is now breaking and attempting to retest right now. If it can break 272, that will be a breakout, and you can have that for 25 cents of risk. Will keep you safe per share. Okay, let me label this up. PTPI. CWT looks like cup and handle breakout forthcoming on CWT. They don't look very good on the books though, but something good's happening there. CWT cup and handle breakout could happen today. I'd say anything above 67, you could consider a breakout, and then just put your stop and your risk at the bottom of the day. EFOI trade breaking down. That's the end of the trade on EFOI. EFOI. Your exit right there at 3.5. Your all-out exit. Maybe even 3.6 if you're watching carefully. All right, everybody on TikTok, how's it going? Make sure you check out our trading community. You can click the link over in my bio to find out more about our trading community and join for free. Boulder got an upgrade. You stopped out at 77 yesterday per swing, but today pre-market's up 4%. No, you didn't. And that's just the way things go sometimes, man. That's just the way things go. I mean, the market is very volatile, and our trades work within the path of the rules that we set. And if we get knocked out of a trade because of some of those rules, and then it comes back, that's something you can't completely rely on. So annoying. Let me see. I got to see this with my own eyes. Yeah, and even in pre-market, it's only halfway up the candle. It's almost like back where we would have gotten in anyway. It's not like it has made any significant further progress, but maybe it will. But we gave it a shot on that one, and we got kicked out of it. No, you did that right. All right, we got 5 minutes and 45 seconds to the market open. Good morning, everybody on TikTok, Twitch, Periscope, Twitter, Zoom, the group, Primetime Trading Group. What do we think? Okay, we already went over that. AMD, says Emmanuel. It looks to me like the rally on AMD broke down the last couple days. So unless it can get back up and over 153, I don't think that trades back on. Risk off on that. E-Big, what's Jamal paper handing? No, he's not paper handing. Oh, paper handing. Gotcha. No, I thought you meant paper trading. Jamal definitely a paper hander. What's your but that's good. You know, just because the popular opinion is diamond handing is better doesn't make it right. There's a reason why the 1% are better than the 99%. And so paper trading, not a bad thing. Yes, we love Jamal. Is Jamal even here this morning? He probably had to finally go to school because he's been ditching school to trade. Is 237 the break on Roku? Let me see. For the day trade, Roku. It already is breaking right now. It's breaking right now. You can get in right now, 236 for $4 of risk, $4 or $5 of risk for sure. Risk to your stop. PTPI not following through, but we have it up now on the radar just in case. NEPC. Are you able to trade pre-market on TOS? Yes. I do not work at SpaceX, but I live in Texas, and we frequent NASA over in Houston. We have some memberships over there, and my daughter's working to become a astronaut. She is going to space camps and doing space studies. Yeah, really, James, right? Yeah, I don't know, man. You can lead a horse to water, but it's still a horse. That's what the expressions would say. All right, we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds until the market opens. And again, if any of you on TikTok are interested in checking out our trading community, just click the link in my bio. Go over to my bio, my profile. There's a link there, and you can come and check it out and join for free to come check it out for a week. Is there settings you have to trade pre-market? Yeah, you have to set your order time and force, TIF, to EXT, extended hours trading. Yes, I'm making money. It's a little more complex than that, but yeah. Eyes on Roku today. Hello, Siam. We're over here printing money. Yeah, it's not that easy. I'll tell you that right now. You want to make money on the stock market legally without going to jail? You're going to have to learn and you're going to have to work hard at it. You're looking for a get rich quick scheme? You might as well just do it from jail. Because that's where those end up. All right, we got 46 seconds left until the opening. I want to be like Jordan Belfort. Yeah. We got about 30 seconds until the opening bell. And we have a class tomorrow night. Don't forget, everybody. Members only class tomorrow night. A 4X Furu. God, yeah. It's almost an oxymoron. Think or Swim is what I'm using, but I recommend if you're a beginner to begin on Weeble. I'll give you my link right now. There you go. 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Okay, ISIG is up at the top of the range and could be breaking out and running right now. Let's take a look on my high-speed setup. There goes ISIG. If you want to get into that, though, the risk is pretty wide. I'd give it $1.50 of risk. EFOI, be watching EFOI. Looking for a break at 383, which would be for about 50 cents of risk, should keep you safe. And adhering to the 1% rule. Okay, Roku is moving to the upside. If anybody wanted to get Roku for a day swing, like $5 of risk, maybe $4 or $5 of risk to keep you safe. Oh, Webull. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Webull. There goes EFOI, and the volume has increased dramatically. A huge 3.1 million share candle worth of volume just pushing through. On that breakout, though, there seems to be a lot of selling off. Watch the $3.4 level as your stop. 3.4. If it can hold that, this level of interest and volume could be worth enough to push it up and over the current high, 388, and up and over 4. RLX breaking out right now. Let's not miss that one. 20 cents of risk. RLX breaking out 440. RLX. SPY selling off. Industrial selling off huge right now. Industrial's really selling off big. Oddly enough, the VIX only inching up, not spiking up correspondingly. So that does show bullish divergence. Had to clean out my trackball there. All right, we're back. All right, EFOI is making that move now. EFOI is making its move off of the bottom there, continuing and pushing through to the 375s, 380s almost. ISIG also making continued progress. I believe we said $1.50 a risk there on that entry. Keep holding. RLX pulling back. Watch your stop at 420 on RLX in case that gets stopped out. Yeah, tech in general dropping. Oh, sorry, tech was what was dropping. Industrials are holding fine. Had that mixed up. Okay, EFOI moving up into the 390s now for a attempted push over $4. There it goes. $3.89, trying to get through that $3.90 level to try and break over $4 on EFOI. EFOI. It's low. What's that? Camera angle got messed up. It did. What's the matter with it? It's like angled or something. That any better? All right. Yeah, that was weird. All right, here we go. We're pushing over $4, $3.99.4. We just hit $4 at $4.10 briefly on EFOI, EFOI. So make sure you're taking out 5 to 20% of your position every 10 cents on EFOI until we can get up to $5. We'll switch up to 25 cents underneath every 10-cent level. So lots of profit targets going on there. 4, 410, 390, depending on where you got in. And SPY definitely being supported by the fact that industrials are holding. Most of the dip on SPY is coming from tech and the fact that rates are up, which weighs heavily on their debts. Tech is typically growth companies with lots of debt and borrowing in order to fuel fast growth. However, Facebook and Google have no debt. So they're in a really great spot to not really be affected by all these various pullbacks. You're always in good shape fundamentally with Facebook and Google in the face of these tech corrections that go on. All right, EFOI, EFOI, holding the 390s, trying to get back up and over the 4s. If we can't hold the 4s, then we're going to have to consolidate for a while, probably pull back and retest the 50s, 350. EPAM, which I was watching for continuation on the fact that they're going to be added to the S&P 500. That is making some progress at the open here with a pre-market high breakout, 655, the level. You need to get in for about $12 a risk if you want that. Very expensive stock, $655 a share. But for bigger accounts, you could trade that. EFOI breaking out at 410, hit 417. Didn't quite have enough muscle to get up and over the 420s on that push. So a little bit of consolidation here, maybe even pull back into the 4s as it tries to build up some demand. And then over on EPAM, take profits every $5 or $10 level, underneath every $5 or $10 level. $5 probably. Tesla going sideways. Apple pulling back a little bit. Actually, Apple now running a little bit stronger and leading tech positively, but it's Apple. So, not every company can be Apple. All right, there we go. 424, 429, 430, 432, 432. There we go. 433. That's what we hit. 33. We're that demand coming in on EFOI with 4.5 million share float. That's really working out. 436, 438, 439. All right, so you want to be taking 5 to 20% profits underneath every 10-cent level. So that was a bunch of take profit targets right there at the 410, the 420, and the 430 level. Don't take them right at those levels. Take them underneath. There's a lot of resistance at those key levels. And we went all the way up to 442. We have not had a decent pullback to create another rebuy or top off pattern or re-break or re-entry or second chance entry. Not quite yet. My Apple option up 100%. But because I've been selling verticals at the top, releasing verticals at the bottom, did that twice already, I probably made 300% on that option. That's a really cool way to hold a position, is to convert to verticals. Because it does allow you to continue to hold the thing during those, 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 days of pullback that stocks sometimes experience. And you get to keep holding it because it doesn't affect your gains. Yeah. EFOI, you just made bank? All right, way to go. Click the link in my bio to come and join our trading community. Love to see you there. Is it true that options are like buying discounted stocks? Totally. It's totally true. It's like renting a car instead of buying it. Options are like renting stock. That's really my best analogy on that. So it looks like today's going to be a little bit of a corrective day. Try to flesh out some of the large movement we made yesterday. We may not break all-time highs today, but we'll see in the afternoon session how things continue. But for the moment, a bit of retrace going on across the markets. Oh, the PILIN is working out? Okay, let's take a look. I really like that one. Woohoo, yes. All right. Watch the path of victory on the 2-minute chart for that. The pivot points, using the pivot points in order to figure out when to take whatever further progress percent there is today. And also it looks like SOTK, SOTK. Yep, also up, making continued progress on that one as well. And it locked your money on stocks. You can't take it out. Yeah, Robinhood sucks. Sorry to tell you now after the fact, but Robinhood is like just the worst one. I almost used to recommend it, but Webull really is multiple levels of better. There goes ISIG, ISIG breaking out of 1338. 1338. And woo, we're halting on ISIG, limiting up at 1417. Huge run on ISIG. Who got it? And we're about to halt any second here. Who got ISIG just now, or has been in it on that that entry that we got right out of the gate on the market open? All right, great. Lishi's got it. Hello. Somebody says hi. Oh man, Randy. Yep. I know what it's like. It really is really moving fast. Was it a market order or a limit order? Market. Damn. Well, the demand must be really high then. That situation. Lishi says he got in at 13. Excellent. I like that. Right. You can already set, because now it's at 14. That's gone through 2 profit targets, Lishi. So you can already set a market order to sell once this thing opens. It's probably going to be more to get those profit targets out. You can already preset that order, so just automatic, so you don't even have to stress. So whether you're going to take out 5% or 20%, that's up to you. Seems like the demand is high, so you might want to err on the lower side. So maybe take out a total of 10%. And by the way, EFOI came back up. Shoot. And it's coming down rather, not back up. EFOI coming down after topping out at 442, and it's still hanging around 417. This is going to create a rebreakout pattern if possible. If EFOI has more room to go, ISIG's indicating it's going to open at 15, a whole nother point above that. So you really lucked out, Lishi and RJ. Man, I feel that FOMO. Pulling back on EFOI. We are nowhere near our all-out stop on EFOI. All-out stop on EFOI is 338. Long ways to go. Or your break even, whichever's higher. ISIG still indicating it's going to open at 15. Oh, hitting 15.2 there on the indication of where it's going to open. Definitely, you want to be taking out all those profit targets you should have. So minimum 20%. You should have an order for a minimum of 20% because we got 1350. No, yeah, 13. No, 14. No, 14. Well, it depends on if you got Lishi, for example, got it in at 13. So he's got to take profits at 1350, 14, 1450, and 15. That's 4 profit targets of a minimum of 5%. So you want to have a minimum of a 20% order out there. That's awesome, Atsa. All right. So it seems like EFOI and ISIG, biggest trades this morning. Looks like RLX did break your stop. RLX, you should be out of RLX, and luckily it's back up, so you can get out on this downtrend. Wish people understood that more. They think just because it's coming back up that they should hold. Boy, that is the trap of the century. It breaks your stop, it's over. And if you can get a better price on that, take it. The trade is over. All right, we'll be coming out of the halt in 45 seconds on ISIG. About 35 seconds, ISIG coming out of the halt. 15 seconds. All right. If EFOI breaks 442, you can get in for 50 cents of risk. 442. All right. ISIG coming out of the halt in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. They're still working out the demand on that. They're not coming out of the halt when they're supposed to. They're still working out the imbalance in demand and supply on that. Remember DWAC? How long did we have to wait on DWAC for them to work that out? I think it was a long time. It was 3 hours or 45 minutes. It was really long. If EFOI can break 442, you can get in for 50 cents of risk, or top off, rebuy, however you want to put it. EPAM, make sure you're taking profits every $5 on EPAM. If you got in at 655, it is now at 665, so it's up 10 points. Yeah, DocU is running. I don't know what the news is behind it or the situation, but DocU is running, yes. All right, ISIG could continue trading at any time. Still indicating to open at 15. No, ISIG. It's off on the other part of our screen that you can't see. You need to click the link in my bio and join our trading community in order to see the full screen, have the full screen experience. Okay, something just broke out. By the way, EPAM, yep, making continued progress. That just broke out. It wasn't Apple, although Apple is doing okay. Possibly Jumia. Yeah, making some moves. I think it was Jumia. Jumia breaking pre-market high. Your risk on that, 30 cents. Jumia, JMIA, 30 cents of risk. Momentum to the upside starting. 25 on ISIG. All right. Fingers crossed. EPAM hitting the satanic level of 666. On the news that it is going to be added to the S&P 500. That also means that the S&P 500's got to kick somebody off. Got to kick somebody out. So this is that nice, healthy rotation that the S&P 500 does every 3 months, and is why it makes the S&P 500 so great and unstoppable, because it's always comprised of the winners. That's why just index investing in the S&P 500 is hard to beat. It's automatic. It's auto managed for you. It will always be comprised of the winners, the best of the best. Still indicating to open at 15 on ISIG, so I think they're trying to get it to be lower than that, but it's just not happening. Sotka dropped and halted. Yeah, really? What's going on over there? Shelf offering. No, it's not halted. I don't think. I'm not showing it as halted, but there was a 50-cent pullback. Yeah. So, well, we still have our stop set to what was it? Well, you have to go back and look at that trade. I've made too many alerts to remember. Actually, ISIG now indicating it's going to open at 15.15, 15.15. QQQ broke new high a day, but okay, that's excellent. But what would be nice also is if any of the indexes can get up and over their pre-market high. That'll just be so significant. There goes ISIG, and it's all the way at 16, 1620, 1650, 1680, 1689, and halting. ISIG. Make sure you're taking out some profits. You have 10 seconds to get your profits chucked out. After this halt, it could go down. You got to take your profits. Don't be so sure. Although, wow, we are looking like we're going to open around 18 possibly. No, 1773, 1693. This is what I'm talking about. This is why you got to take your profits. Li Shi, how much you up? You understand how to do your R calculations and all that? Almost 2R. All right. Very good. Technically should have been a little bit more, but maybe not. Is that because you entered with $1.50 of risk? Okay. Well, that's the right thing to do. You must feel really good and in control of that trade, because of that. It's a good place to be. EPAM now at hitting almost 675. So that's another 2 profit targets on EPAM. The original entry was 655. We're now up 20 points on EPAM. We sell to get some of our profits, yes, but we only partial sell. We average out. Which stock referring to which? What's your question there over on TikTok? Atsa says, you are making me rich, but my wife is making me broke. I shouldn't have told her about you. It's great. We were indicating to open at 17 on ISIG, and the next halt's probably going to come right on time. It'll be at 9:55 and 57 seconds, so right around 9:56, just a few seconds before 9:56. What do I think about Ride? I previously liked the stock, but let me see. I'll double check it now. Oh no, yeah, no. Lordstown Motors, lordy, it's been falling forever. Book value's been dropping. Looks like their returns have been dropping. They're struggling. Luckily, they're not in too much debt, so they might have a bottom somewhere and then recover from there. But I'm not going to wait around for it. Here we go on EFOI, getting some momentum, possibly. The breakout on EFOI that we're looking for is 442 for 50 cents of risk for entry. Stop at 390. But it's not happening yet. We're getting failed attempts. If we break 490, I would consider that a neckline breakdown at this point. There's just been so many attempts to break that level. And we're indicating to open at 17.5 on ISIG. I subscribe to some more advanced feeds, so I have that information on the halt information. $175 a month. If you're interested, let me know. Apple did touch 173.50 moments ago, which was the pre-market high, pulling back, but up trending up, Apple. All right, we'll be coming out of the halt on ISIG in about a minute 30. About a minute. If I've got that right? No, 2 minutes. What scanner do I use? A lot. I mean, I use Stock Market Chameleon, I use Trade Ideas, and I use Thinkorswim, all at the same time. It's Spell ISIG. Yeah, that's it. You got it, sir. ISIG, or ma'am, sorry. ISIG. It's yeah, it's off screen. It's over here. If you guys want the full screen experience, just click the link in my bio. That'll take you to our trading community, and you can join our Zoom right now and be in 4K and watching it in 4K. Actually, I think it might be 1080p. I'm not sure, but it's full screen, full HD. My screen is 4K. I don't know if it's sharing it at 4K. Okay, here we go. We're coming out of the halt. Coming out of the halt in 1 second. Here we go. Boom. ISIG, and it touched 1851 briefly. If you already had some orders in there, you might have gotten some excellent fills all the way up the ladder up to 1850. Now we're grinding our way up to 1765 from 16 approximately low. So we're in the 17s, 1750, 1770, 1780. 1780. Can we get past 1780? Ooh, big drop to 1740, 1730, 1720, back to 1750, 60. There's a battle being waged here in the mid 17s. And we'll find out who's going to win in a moment here. If you're looking for a late entry, that's much higher risk and lower probability, but it would be if we can break the top here at 1851. And it would be for $2.50 of risk per share to the stop. ISIG, ISIG. It's at 17.5 and holding, ISIG. We're battling the 17.5 level. You know, failure to hold the 17.5 level means regression back to the 17 level. That's not very positive. So we really need to beat this 17.5 level if we're going to make further progress here. Here we go. We just went up and over 18 again briefly. But we have pulled back to 1785, and demand is not really there in my opinion. 1770, it's a little bit thin, the demand in this moment right now. Okay, here we go. There it is. Coming in, 1818, 1826, 1831, 1840. There's the break. 1870, 1894. We hit 1891. We had a bid, 1918, and we're halting at 1918. Halting at 1918. So we got about 7 seconds. Here we go. We're pulling back a little bit more. We're not halting yet. This might increase the halt level. We'll see at 1918. We're starting to halt again. Nope, we're pulling back. Lizzie, no. You know, technically, if you have to ask if you should buy, you know, you probably shouldn't, because you need to know what you're doing. And when you know what you're doing, you know whether or not to buy or not. You know what I'm saying? So I think the best advice is no, and just keep showing up every day to these streams. Join my trading group. The link is in my bio. Be a fly on the wall for a couple months. Do this daily, and then you'll start to get the hang of how to get ahead of the trade instead of be behind the trade. That's what I think. You know, that's probably the best advice. You know, this is not a short thing here. Trading is risky, fully risky. You should know what you're doing before you put your money in there. And I recommend people actually do simulated trading, paper trading. To train. All right, ISIG trying to grind its way back to that halt level again of 1918, and here we go, 1930. We hit 1941, 1950, 1970, 1975, and halting. This is a halt level, 1975, and we're pulling back off of that halt level, which causes the halt level to get raised if it doesn't get hit, if it doesn't get pegged for 15 seconds. 1950, we're pulling back a little bit, letting that halt level breathe. So it's going to raise the halt level. I feel like the market makers are manipulating that. It's very interesting. They want this stock to go to the moon. They're trying their best to get these halts not to keep hitting. 1991, 1965, we hit 1997 there briefly. These pullbacks are just minor compared to the pushes. RJ, I don't know if you're all over that. Hopefully you've got some of this at this point. I mean, the FOMO must be just killing you. I went from, 13 at the beginning of the day swing, easy entry, $1.50 of risk, to here we are sitting at almost $20 now, almost double. Okay, we're pulling back into the 19s. Next breakout's at 20. Great. That sounds like a good deal there, RJ. I should be up and running and ready to trade tomorrow on this particular account. I've got my other accounts running, but this one, I just need to clear out this day equity call. Otherwise, they don't let me trade properly for scalping. I definitely couldn't scalp. I don't do Forex trading. I have done Forex trading, and also all of the stuff that I teach strategy-wise with pivot point trading works in Forex. The only problem is just Forex sucks because it's compared to momentum day trading the stock market, it's so slow. And swing trading Forex is like non-existent. It's like not a thing. It's non-existent. It's because of the leverage. It's just too dangerous. So you can only day trade Forex, but it's like day trading for turtles. No, we're trading stocks, and especially at the open, the first 30 minutes of the market. So far, we're 32 minutes into this market, and when there's something with momentum, boy, does it pay off. So RJ, this is the thing you have to be sensitive of right here is you have to realize when it's turned bearish, almost before it's turned bearish. So you have to be really careful when scalping only things that are bullish. So you got to watch your neckline breakdowns. You probably need to use the 1 minute chart. You got to be really careful scalping. Got to keep your long scalps on the side of uptrending. Okay, EFOI is making its way up to a breakout of 442. If it does break that level, you be about 70 cents of risk. 70 cents of risk to get in at 442. Should you have to get stopped out, it's going to be down at 3.7. Yeah, if it breaks below 18, that's not going to be good on iSig. It can, it can pull back. It wouldn't signify a failed retest necessarily. For a scalp, yes, but for purposes of holding through this maximum momentum hold, no, our current stop is 17.7, pretty close to 8. No, Roku's out. That was a breakdown on Roku. Topped out. Yeah, we're well within our trade here on Satke. First couple of days, we're measuring the Wow, 1,632% turnover. Yeah, I've got the 88,000% above usual volume on EFOI. Yep. And iSig, we have 5x so far. But you're talking about turnover as far as the float. Perhaps you're talking about that. How many times we've rotated the float. Earliest entry into iSig was beginning of the day, pre-market high breakout on iSig. That was 13.5, I believe. No, 12.8. 12.8. Lishi, what was your entry? No, he said 13. Well, I mean, it's very close to 12.8. Yeah. All right, watch your stop at roughly 17.7. That's your current all-out stop, 17, roughly 7, plus a dime or two. And EFOI did not make it to 442. It's completely failing that retest attempt. And it's going to be a full breakdown at 3.75 full breakdown. And already, should you be in for whatever reason, you'd now want to be 50% out of your position, around 4 here. No, I have no feelings on CTK, but I am watching the chart there, and there's really nothing happening on CTK. Apple just broke pre-market highs. So this is all-time high for Apple. 1 is 73 is 75. Sava. Boy, are we still talking about Sava? Are you back holding Sava? We're looking at ancient history here. Sava did nothing but going sideways. I need to take a look at a couple of these alerts here. I will be putting out a swing trade to the group in a minute. So if you're a member of our group, you'll see that alert over in my channel. Okay, that alert has gone out. You guys can go check it out in the alert section of our member community. iSig is wedging up for a breakout at 20. It's going to happen soon, potentially. Apple looks like it's making moves to continue. About to break another new high. While the rest of the market struggles. Industrials are going sideways. So that's what's holding the market up, really, because tech's not doing great, although Apple doing fantastic. LGVN going crazy. Ooh. Again. Yeah. We've got that set up on iSig right now. Next breakout on LGVN is at 23.71 for $2 of risk to be safe. Some wide candles. All right. Apple broke new high, and it's testing 174 right now. Very nice. Now up 117% on that Apple option. But again, I used verticals to hold through pullbacks and make money on those pullbacks. So I'm actually up way more than that. Yeah, no, I don't know about EFOI. I think it hit its peak there. You've been bag holding LGVN. Well, make sure you get out now. All right, you guys, we're going to have class tomorrow night for members. And if you are not a member yet, you click the link in my bio to come check out our trading community. It's free to check it out. I hope to see you tomorrow morning. It's been a good morning trading session. We captured most of the momentum there. Stay on it. Trade well.